I scored 88 million on Subway servers. I'm gonna break down what happened throughout all of this run. So, I live in the U.S., as most of y'all probably know, and y'all might want to know why I'm not playing in the U.S. and on Malaysia. And the reason I do that is because they have much better competition, so I wanted to have a bigger score to beat. And obviously 36 million. It's probably unthought of that would have been beaten that week, but I did it. And this is actually about probably a week after I've done this. A lot of delays. And it's not because of school, but mainly my monitor not coming in. So, because I had to move my other one, I moved my other one up, um, like to a different room. So I kind of I had to wait for the monitor, but we have it now, and now it can fully break this down. So this is just the beginning of the run, and now at this point I've approached past 10 million, and basically what I'm going to do for this run is kind of check in at every about 10 million, might be a little bit further than that, but sometimes every 5 million. It was a little bit different on parts of it. So just checked in right here. I'd use one key save at 4.7 million, but that was due to a glitch of hitting the ceiling, which I know a lot of people have had that glitch in the game recently. It's only, I think it's a recent glitch because when I played the game before, that hadn't happened like 3 years ago when I did. So, so at this point, probably about 2.5 hours into the run, I'm approaching the 15 million point mark, and I hadn't used a key save since 4.7 million, so I was feeling pretty good about this. No, yeah, I'm thinking now. Yeah, I did. Only 4.7 million by this time. This is probably about 2.5 hours into the run, but I felt good. Also, just to mention this run, it did take 9 hours. Now you might want to know, well, how do you sustain through that? Well, first of all, taking breaks is a big part of it. I probably took out a chunk of 30 minutes of the run, maybe longer than that. But what I did, I started at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and because it's a time that I can go until night, and then eventually, I stopped at probably about 1, but I would say don't start like super late if you're trying to go for any of these scores. I would say start afternoon, maybe like 4, 5, 6, but really don't start anywhere after that because it gets extremely more tough. Like, let's say if I started at 7, I would have gone till about 4. So that wouldn't have, 3:30 or 4, that wouldn't have been fun. But basically what I did, I would listen to music or just talk to friends on Discord. So that got me through this. That's why I was able to do this. If it weren't for that, then I definitely wouldn't have been able to stay through this. So this is more than maybe about nearly 3.5 hours into the run. I think about 3.5 hours, and maybe 4 hours. I'm approaching the 26 million point mark, so I forgot to record 20 million, and I realized it about this time, and I also forgot 25 million, because that's where I was thinking. So thinking to do it at since I missed 20 million. So now, I decided, 26 million, it's whatever. I'm not gonna wait for 30 million. But this is fatigue gets at it in a little bit. I'd used a key save of 21 million, and a little bit earlier 25 million. So that was a 4 million point gap, and I did not want to do that. So I started laying down, and I started to perform a lot better. But regret had started to fill me, doing a 9-hour run of a video game, it's just not fun. But I did it. I don't know why I did it, but I was able to pull through. And yeah, also, I want to talk about stuff I used in this run. Um, so I used Ox because it had the +8 multiplier. And I used the monster board because it had the speed and the super jump, and yeah, that was the combination. And so at this point, I'm approaching the 30 million point mark, and I hadn't used any key saves since 25 million, so I started to feel better about that. But again, regret starting to go in. I was getting tired, and I realized I had a lot more, about another 4.5 hours to continue going on, but still ended up doing it. Well, this is the 30 million point mark, 4.5 hours, another run. So at this point, I was approaching the 40 million point mark, and it was from 25 million to 35 million. So about a 10 million point gap between save me. So I was feeling good about it. Again, started to get tired from here. That was one thing I was scared about. That would make me crash a ton more, but still felt good about it. And yeah, this is probably about 5 hours, another run, maybe 5.5. I'm not fully sure. But this was, a lot later in. I think this was probably around 10:30, maybe a little bit later than that. Maybe around it's 10:45, 10:30, 11, somewhere around that. But starting to get tired. That's kind of what happens with these runs. They're not fun to do, to say the least. Or they're fun at the beginning. After, they're not, but the after result is amazing. So now this is reaching the 50 million point mark, and I used saved me somewhere in the 40 millions. I think it was 42 million, and then 47 million. So again, more worry about that. I'm not fully sure. I don't remember that much up to this point. This was around 12. Um, no, before 12. It was somewhere probably about 11:40 when I reached this point. So actually, that probably made 30 million earlier, like 10:20, somewhere around that. Because it looks like it takes about at least an hour and 20 minutes for every 10 million. So this is the 50 million point mark. Even if I had stopped here, I would have passed my previous score of 56 million. The reason for that is because of the coin bonus, because there's a coin bonus in the game, and I'm pretty sure every 75, every coin is 75 points. If I'm correct about that, I'm pretty sure I am. So here's 50 million, but I felt good enough to keep going. But I knew even if I crashed here and I fully stopped, I would still be at 70 million, which would have been a great score. So, but basically my goal in this run was to beat KDM's old score of 81 million. That was kind of the goal I was pushing for in this, not only for 80 million, but also to score over KDM's. And here's now where I'm passing my old score. And yeah, I was thinking around this. It was, I think, 56.58. I'm pretty sure it was. I'd have to look back. I'm pretty sure it was 56.58. And yeah, I've already passed it right here, as you could see. And here is the end of the run. I was trying to reach 60 million. Oh, I came very, very short of it. Like, I came less than 100,000 short of it. But I thought it's not going to be worth it to... I could have actually scored 90 million if I went about a million points to maybe 2 million points more. Yeah, I actually did mess up though. 59.9 million. So I almost reached 60 million, but I decided I'm just not going to spend more time. I was tired. It was about 1 a.m. I just got tired of the run. My hands were sweating and my thumbs, started to hurt. So, yeah, but here is nearing the end of the run. And there you go. That's the end of the run. Save me I used three ad base save me's. No, I think I actually used 4. Yeah, and there's 88 million. I used 4 ad base save me's and 3 normal save me's. I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking right. Because the max is 4 in the game. So, yeah, I had to screenshot it, obviously. I mean, that's crazy.